Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered when things started to slow down? Maybe you've noticed that getting out of a chair takes a bit more effort, or those extra pounds around the middle just won't budge no matter how carefully you eat. You're not alone. As we get older, our bodies change. Slower metabolism, stiffer joints, and energy levels that seem to dip for no good reason. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or hours of your day to feel better, move easier, and even drop those stubborn pounds. In fact, just 15 minutes a day, yes, just 15, can start to shift the tide. It's not about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about small, smart, consistent movements that work with your body, not against it. And more than just losing weight, it's about gaining life, more energy to play with your grandkids, less pain in your knees when you get up, and the kind of confidence that comes from knowing you're still in control of your health. It's never too late to feel strong again. So today, we're going to talk about how just 15 minutes a day at home, right in your living room, can help you slim down and add years to your life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. 15 minutes? That can't possibly make a difference. But the truth is, it absolutely can, especially when you know what to do with those 15 minutes. You see, the body responds quickly to movement, gentle, focused movement that gets the heart pumping, the muscles working, and the mind recharged. And when you pair that with a positive mindset and just a little bit of consistency, that's when the magic happens. Let's start with something simple, walking in place, not outside, not around the block, just right there in your own home. Turn on your favorite music, something that brings a smile to your face, and just march in place for 5 minutes. You can do it while waiting for your tea to steep during a commercial break, or even while chatting on the phone with a friend. It might feel easy at first, and that's a good thing. The goal isn't to exhaust yourself. The goal is to wake your body up. And you'll be surprised at what starts to happen when you do this every day. Your heart gets stronger. Your legs feel more stable. And those aches and pains that used to keep you from moving, they start to fade. Just 5 minutes of movement can increase blood flow to your brain, lift your mood, and begin to nudge that scale in the right direction. And don't worry if you need to take breaks. Every step still counts. Now, once walking in place starts to feel familiar, and trust me, it will, you can add in a little more variety. Gentle squats using a chair for support, arm circles to loosen up the shoulders, or even side steps to get your hips moving. Again, we're not aiming for perfection here. You don't need to be an athlete. You just need to show up and move a little bit every day. Let me tell you about a woman named Linda. She's 68, and a year ago, she told me she hadn't exercised in over 2 decades. Her knees hurt, her back was stiff, and the thought of working out made her anxious. But she started with walking in place, just 5 minutes a day. Then she added seated leg lifts while watching the evening news. Then she started standing during her phone calls. Little by little, she built up to 15 minutes a day. And now, she's lost 22 pounds, her blood pressure is down, and she tells me she feels better than she did at 50. That's the power of consistent, gentle movement. And here's something else you might not know. When you move your body regularly, even just for short bursts, you also help improve your balance, which is one of the best ways to prevent falls. And at our age, a fall can be a serious thing. So really, these 15 minutes a day aren't just about weight loss. They're about independence, confidence, staying in control of your own body. You might be thinking, but I've got arthritis, or my joints aren't what they used to be. That's okay. Start where you are. If you need to sit while you move, that's perfectly fine. Chair exercises can be incredibly effective. In fact, just lifting your arms above your head slowly and lowering them back down can help with shoulder flexibility and circulation. Doing it a few times a day adds up, And don't forget to breathe. Deep, slow breathing while you move helps your body relax and your mind stay focused. It's calming, and it brings more oxygen to your muscles, which helps with endurance and recovery. Try this. While marching in place, inhale for 4 steps, hold for 4, then exhale for 4. It sounds simple, but it's a powerful way to connect your movement with your breath, and it turns a basic activity into a full-body experience. If you've been putting this off, thinking it's too late or too hard, don't. You have more strength in you than you realize, and you don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with 15 minutes. It can be broken into smaller parts, done morning or evening, and adapted to fit your needs. The key is to start. So take a deep breath with me. In through the nose and out through the mouth. You're already on your way. Now that we've taken the first steps with walking in place and a few gentle movements to get the body warm, let's move into something that will help boost your metabolism and build just enough muscle to support your joints and bones. And that something is strength. Now, I know when people hear the word strength, they often picture heavy weights, gym machines, or something too intense for aging joints. But strength doesn't have to mean lifting a barbell over your head. In fact, for those of us over 60, it simply means keeping your muscles active enough to support your daily life. Things like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or reaching up to a cupboard. Let's try something together right now. If you're sitting down, scoot to the edge of your seat, place your feet flat on the floor, and slowly stand up. No hands if you can. Then sit back down. Try it once more. Feels simple, right? But that one movement, called a sit to stand, is one of the best ways to build leg strength. Doing it 5 or 10 times in a row each day trains your thighs, your core, and your balance, all of essential for staying mobile and independent. And what if standing feels like too much right now? That's okay too. Try this instead. While sitting in a sturdy chair, straighten one leg out in front of you and hold it for a few seconds, then lower it back down. Then switch legs. You're strengthening your thighs, waking up your circulation, and you're still within that magical 15-minute window. It's gentle, but it's powerful. When your muscles stay active, they burn more calories, even while you're resting. That's called your resting metabolic rate, and it naturally slows down with age. But when you move a little each day, especially with basic strength exercises, you can boost that rate and help your body burn fat more efficiently. This is one of the key ways people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s are still losing weight safely and keeping it off. Another simple way to get those muscles involved? Push against a wall. That's right. Just place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height and do a few slow wall push-ups. You don't have to go fast. It's not a race. Just bend your elbows, get close to the wall, and gently press yourself back. Do it 5 to 10 times. Your arms will thank you, your chest will open up, and your posture will start to improve too. You see, the older we get, the more important it becomes to use what we have. Muscles shrink when we stop using them, but they bounce back faster than you might expect. And every bit of muscle you keep supports your joints, protects your bones, and gives you more confidence with each step you take. The difference it can make in your day-to-day life is incredible. Let me share a quick story with you. A gentleman named Robert, he's 72, told me he hadn't been able to kneel down to tie his shoes for years. His knees hurt, and he just didn't feel stable. But after adding just 10 minutes a day of chair squats and wall push-ups, he noticed something surprising. Not only could he bend easier, but he also stopped getting winded going up his porch stairs. It wasn't fancy, it wasn't extreme, but it was consistent. And that made all the difference. And here's something you might not expect. Building a bit of muscle actually helps with balance too. The stronger your legs and core are, the less likely you are to trip or fall. That means fewer injuries, less time in recovery, and more freedom to do the things you love. Gardening, walking, even dancing if the mood strikes. Now let's add a little fun into it. Movement doesn't have to feel like a chore. In fact, one of the best ways to sneak in some strength and burn calories is by dancing. Yes, dancing. Put on your favorite oldies, maybe some Motown, Elvis, or something with a beat you can't help but tap your foot to, and just move. Sway side to side. Lift your arms. Twist your waist gently. It doesn't need to be fancy, just enough to get your heart going and your muscles working. If you're feeling silly while dancing in the living room, that's a good sign. It means you're having fun. And when movement becomes something you enjoy, you'll stick with it. That's the secret, really. Find what you enjoy, whether it's gentle stretching, strength training with soup cans, or dancing to your favorite tunes, and weave it into your 15 minutes. When it feels good, it becomes a habit. And don't forget to hydrate. Even during short sessions, your body loses water through breathing and light sweating. A small glass of water before and after your movement time keeps your joints lubricated, your muscles happy, and your energy up. Sometimes what feels like fatigue or hunger is actually just mild dehydration. So keep that water bottle nearby. If you can, also try to move in front of a window. Natural light boosts your mood, helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle, and gives your body a gentle reminder that it's time to be awake and energized. It may seem like a small thing, but these small things add up to a better quality of life. 15 minutes a day. That's all it takes to start feeling the changes. And remember, this isn't about being perfect. Some days you'll do more, some days less. What matters is showing up even just a little every day. Your body is incredibly adaptable, even at 60, 70, or beyond. And the more you move, the more you'll want to move. Now that we've built a solid foundation with basic movement and gentle strength training, it's time to take it one step further. Let's talk about a powerful way to support fat loss, improve energy, and make your body feel lighter and stronger every single day. And that step is paying attention to what's happening inside your body, not just how much you're moving. Because even with daily movement, there's something that can slow down your progress or speed it up dramatically. And that, my friend, is your metabolism. At our age, it's no secret that metabolism doesn't run quite like it used to, but don't let that discourage you, because the good news is this: you can still fire it up naturally with just a few tweaks to your routine. Let's talk about one of the easiest and most overlooked ways to boost your metabolism: breathing. Yes, breathing. But not just any kind of breathing. I'm talking about deep, intentional breaths that fill your lungs and get oxygen flowing to your muscles and brain. Most of us go through the day taking short, shallow breaths. It's almost like our bodies are on autopilot. But if you stop for a moment, sit tall, and take a deep breath in through your nose, and slowly let it out through your mouth, you'll feel a shift. Your heart rate steadies, your mind calms, and your body gets the oxygen it needs to burn energy more efficiently. Try doing this while you're walking around the house or during your daily stretches. That combination of movement and breath sends a signal to your body: I'm awake, I'm active, let's burn energy. It's such a simple thing, yet so powerful, especially for reducing stress, which, believe it or not, is another huge factor in weight gain after 60. See, when we're stressed, even just mildly, our bodies produce a hormone called cortisol. And too much cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, especially around the belly. That's why even if you're eating the same as before, weight can creep on as stress creeps in. But don't worry, you don't need to meditate for hours or do yoga poses that twist you into a pretzel. Just 2 to 3 minutes of slow, deep breathing each day can calm your nervous system, lower cortisol, and help your body relax enough to let go of the extra weight it's been holding on to. Now, let's pair that with another key piece: nutrition. And no, I'm not going to tell you to cut out everything you love. In fact, part of living longer and healthier is enjoying your meals, not fearing them. But here's what can make a huge difference: focusing on what you add rather than what you take away. For example, adding 1 or 2 more servings of fiber-rich foods like berries, oats, beans, or even a handful of nuts can support digestion and help you feel full longer. Fiber doesn't just help with weight, it helps with heart health, blood sugar, and regular bathroom trips too, which we both know can get trickier with age. And here's a fun trick. Try starting your meals with something green. A few bites of cucumber, steamed broccoli, or a small side salad before your main meal can help signal fullness to your brain before you dive into heavier foods. It's a small shift, but over time, these little changes have a big impact. Also, and I say this with love, be mindful of late-night snacking. I know how comforting that evening cup of tea and a little something sweet can be. But the closer we eat to bedtime, the harder it is for our body to burn off what we've consumed. If you're truly hungry at night, try something light. A few slices of apple with a spoon of peanut butter, or some plain yogurt with cinnamon. You'll still satisfy your craving without weighing yourself down before sleep. And speaking of sleep, let's not forget how important it is. A good night's rest isn't just about feeling refreshed in the morning. It's when your body repairs itself, regulates hormones, and yes, burns fat. When sleep is cut short or broken up too often, your hunger hormones go wild. You wake up craving sugar and carbs, and your energy dips. That's why giving yourself a calming bedtime routine, a warm bath, dim lights, soft music, can make a world of difference. Even getting to bed just 30 minutes earlier can help your body reset in ways you wouldn't believe. But let's bring it back to where we started, 15 minutes. That little pocket of time you carve out each day is more than just movement. It becomes a symbol of something deeper. It says, I'm taking care of myself. I'm not giving up. I still matter. And you do matter, more than ever. Because here's the truth no one talks about enough. Age isn't the enemy. In many ways, it's your superpower. You've learned, you've lived, you've seen enough to know what truly matters. Now it's time to give your body the same care you've given to others all these years. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fast. You just need to be consistent. A few squats here, a little dance there, breathing deeply, drinking water, adding a few greens, choosing sleep. All of these things together are like pieces of a puzzle, and when you start putting them in place, even slowly, the picture that forms is one of strength, balance, and energy. A life where you feel lighter, more in control, and ready to enjoy each day. So here's what I want you to remember. It's never too late to start. Your body wants to heal, to strengthen, to move, and it will, if you just give it the chance. All it takes is 15 minutes a day. That's your time, your promise to yourself, and the results will come not just on the scale, but in how you walk, sleep, think, and feel. You've got this. Truly. One breath, one step, one day at a time. If any part of this message speaks to you, if you've tried one of these habits or you're ready to begin, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me what you're starting with today. Share your journey, your questions, or even your favorite dance tune. We're in this together. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. There's so much more we'll explore together, all aimed at helping you feel your best at any age. Here's to living lighter, longer, and stronger, starting today.